4th down for Northwestern, back to pass. Bollinger looking up the middle. He has a receiver open. Paul Huff, he goes up the middle. The 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown Northwestern.
Exactly. You show the other team that you're not intimidated. What a rough start having the other team scoring on their first drive, but you answer back, and Paul Huff maneuvering the field like a maestro. Absolutely beautiful footwork to get into the end zone and tie this game. Well, pending the extra point, tie this game back up. I can't get ahead of myself even with all that hype. What a great play. That was beautiful.
It was a beautiful run from Huff, too. He was watching the defenders, watching his block set up, and he just found that route right to the end zone.
Smith in motion, now rolling out to the right side. Vogler looking downfield. He gets a receiver. No, it's intercepted by Dominic Harding. He had a receiver open, but Harding with a beautiful jump, stealing that out of midair and coming down with the interception.
This may be a dated reference, maybe not the right one to make, but if you guys are familiar with the game Tecmo Super Bowl, that was one of those picture-perfect moments where everything just stopped right as the ball went into his hands.
That was a highlight reel moment if ever you saw one.
Oh, for sure.
Connor Snyder in the backfield again with Nick Henry and Devin Bollinger. Henry, the handoff, takes it across the 5 and in for a touchdown. Some good blocking, and what a patient Nick Henry on that play, Sam. He waited until the blocks developed before he actually started moving forward.
Yeah, Nick Henry is displaying amazing levels of patience this game. Almost every single run has involved him having to slow himself down, back himself up a little bit, and anticipate where he needs to go. If he didn't have that level of patience there would not have been a touchdown.
In motion is Hunter Hughes. Now the pitch to Smith. Almost got completely around Nick Henry, but he had enough jersey, slowed him down just enough to let the rest of the defense come and help him out and make the tackle.
That grab made all the world difference. Slowed him down, got the tackle made, stopped what could have been another, I'd say, solid 5-yard gain.
Fisher in motion again, another handoff to Cam Fisher, and this time Nick Henry beats a couple of blockers, got past Asher Smith, and made the tackle for a couple of yard loss there on that play.
Nick Henry with a great stop there. And I think that time they were able to get the read on it. I feel like when your team, especially the offensive line, is looking over at the sidelines every single play, it's nothing more than to try and deceive the defense. And Henry clearly seeing past that on that one.
Now Wildcat as Asher Smith takes a snap, rolls right, and Connor Snyder gets a hand on him and pulls him down. 1st and 15, back to pass. Bollinger looks to the right side. Haska, pass complete to Justin Holmes. Gets across the 30, still staying up on his feet. Looked like he was going to get brought down immediately, but Holmes, with some great footwork and shaking a few players off, gets some extra yardage.
More than just footwork there, it's a rare example of handiwork as Holmes actually braced himself with his hand to be able to stay off the ground and keep pushing forward.
Jaden Allen in motion. Handoff goes to Allen. He rolls to the left side across the 10, the 5. Does he have enough room to get in there? He gets down at about the 2-yard line.
The only thing that prevented that touchdown was the angle of the tackle. He got in there at just enough time to send Allen sideways. Had Allen had any other angle where he could have kept his momentum going forward a little bit, we would have seen a touchdown.
Connor Snyder again in the backfield with Nick Henry. The handoff goes to Nick Henry up the middle, and he looks like he is in for a touchdown. Nick Henry, with a few blockers, including Connor Snyder, finds his way in the end zone, and Northwestern takes the lead 20-14. Connor Snyder in the backfield with Bollinger. Henry, Huff, and Holmes split to the left. Now Bollinger keeps it, goes up the middle, cuts back to the left side, and a good block in front of him across the 5 and in for a touchdown. Devin Bollinger with a great run and a great cutback. Makes the room for himself and gets in for 6.
What a cut, too. If he didn't redirect his position there, he would have been stopped right there. He had a defender ready to make the tackle. Bollinger, and we've complimented him on this all season with his amazing field of vision. He is always able to maneuver around somebody, and that was a difficult play to make, to stop and turn on such a dime.
And we were giving Nick Henry all the credit for the patience of his running game. The patience to let that play develop definitely helped Bollinger spring through that and get into the end zone.
They're going to go for 2, and rolling to the right side is Nick Henry, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. So Northwestern takes a 29-14 lead. Christian Colacerdo on for the extra point for Southern Lehigh. Wide, he went wide left. Almost getting a hand on that was Justin Holmes, who had a hand on it, number 5. Saw him flashing in there, almost got a hand on it, and it might have been enough to be a bit of an issue with the kick. Bollinger will follow Snyder up the middle, gets across the end zone and in for a touchdown. Devin Bollinger puts Northwestern up now 35-20 with the extra point pending. You almost wonder if they were maybe thinking about giving it to Snyder and then decided, let's just keep doing what we've been doing.
You know, if there's ever a time to start a social media hashtag justice for Snyder, let's get him his touchdown back. He deserves it.
Now the handoff to Fisher rolls to the left side. He's met by several defenders, including Derek Habelka, who makes a tackle, grabbing the back of his right leg. Hopefully he's okay. He's getting back into the huddle. And there's been a little bit of a stinger there. The pitch to Hunter Hughes, met up with a few defenders, and again, Habelka's right there to help make the tackle. Getting some help again there by Robert Goldberg.
Goldberg and Habelka both a very big presence on the Northwestern defense this game.
Henry gets a nice high punt. Bounces at the 20, goes down to about the 13-yard line, and that's where Southern Lehigh will take over.
That's great. 13-yard line, got him very far back, puts a lot more pressure for Southern Lehigh to pass it. Not to mention you got it out of bounds, so you didn't have to worry about a return in the first place. I think with Nick Henry finally punting the ball, that actually does complete him being the Swiss Army knife of this game.
He has done it all today. Now Vogler back to pass, now rolls to the left side. He's got some open land. Can he get there in time? Nick Henry
it is.
Makes a beautiful tackle and stops him dead at the 2-yard line. Great hustle by Nick Henry. Vogler had nowhere to go on the right side. He reversed field, went back to the left, but Nick Henry sped up and caught up and knocked him out of bounds.
Nick Henry, if not for the season, saved just this game, the MVP.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to end up, but I gotta believe in our minds, all three of us, Nick Henry, the MVP of today's game. Now in a low kick, Henry gets it right at midfield and huddles on top of it. And Northwestern will take over at the 50. Still 2:15 left to go on the clock.
They need at least 2 first downs.
Yep, need some conversions on first down to salt us away.
I am being told they only need 1 by a very reliable source.
Now Bollinger goes up the middle. Keeps on rolling and gets to the 40-yard line and is very close to a first down. Connor Snyder was out there to help him once again.
The first measurement of the season is probably the biggest measurement ever in Northwestern Lehigh football.
Wasn't this the plot to Friday Night Lights?
Sticks are out.
Extension.
And it is a first down by half
Yeah.
of football.
First down.
Bollinger takes the snap, kneels, and that will do it. Northwestern holds on to a 36-34 victory over Southern Lehigh and hands them their first defeat of the season. Both teams now at 6-1, and Northwestern has shown to be right now the top team in the Colonial League.